Hello everyone, welcome. A friend of mine came to me some time ago, a Muslim associate. He asked me, Joel, which part of the Bible or which um, version in terms of Old and New Testament, which one do I abide by? I My answer was both, because we must hold both texts or both Old and New Testament as our part of our journey on earth. I gave an example to him that Jesus Christ came. When he came, he made it clear that he has not come to abolish the law, but rather he have come to fulfill the law. So that means that he has not come to do away with the Old Testament, but rather he's bringing a New Testament as a way of bringing the Old Testament into some kind of manifestation or fulfillment, like he said. So fulfillment doesn't really necessarily means to put additional note on the equation, but that could it means bringing it to light, bringing something that is yet to be seen to more discovered or seen or open or accessible or active. So that's what Jesus came to do. And also we have, during my theological days, we have what we call Bible control. Bible control, it means that certain texts that we find in New Old Testament, we will find similar or the same in the Old Testament, or we can find a fulfillment of that. What we found in the Old Testament, we find a fulfillment of that in the New Testament. For instance, the book of Isaiah 53, where the Bible says that he was bruised, he was wounded for our transgression, bruised for our iniquity. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and by his stripe we are healed. Now, we look at the journey on the cross, we can see exactly that was what happened on the journey of the cross, how Jesus Christ was whipped, bruised, all that he did that for the redemption of mankind. So that is what we call Bible control. So, and that's why it's very important and crucial that we hold both Old Testament and New Testament into our journey, because it gives us a sense of cohesion, a sense of follow-up, a sense of adherence, knowing that God is not an abstract God that is all beaten about into pieces or so, but he's a God that put things together. So he was quite for me, I felt a sense of smile on his face, like, wow, when you're giving somebody feedback that they have answered well. So I felt like that was a good question from him, because it gave me opportunity to elaborate more on the journey or the connection of the Old and New Testament, how they're connected. I mean, obviously, we all know what Joel, a book of Joel, also said in chapter 2, verse 28. From that, even chapter 1, many things were said there and they were drawn. One of the things that really encourages me on that, verse 28, they said, then the last that will pour my spirit upon all flesh. Your sons and daughters shall prophesy, your young men shall see vision. And also, we know how Pauline text was able to elaborate on the giftings. So it is all very obvious that both of them, we need to hold them into heart so that we can be able to discover the journey, how God propelled us in what we are today. So it is very important to appreciate the Old Testament liturgy, Old Testament direction, Old Testament theory, Old Testament theology, Old Testament teaching incorporated in our own spiritual life, as much as we are embracing the New Testament. Jesus Christ has not done away with the Old Testament, but rather he was able to bring to light the practice of Old Testament into New Testament, so that we can be able to have a sense of adherence, a sense of understanding, a sense of follow-up on what journey of God is all about, spiritual journey. So all that is very important for us to embrace. Even when you look at when Job was tempted, and then when the devil approached Job, or however you look at that, the word that myth. But I just want us to perhaps use that as one more example. The question was given to the Lord about Job, that Job is because Job have wealth, he have this and that, and then and then Job, a devil was given the right to go and tempt Job. So now, at that time, we need to appreciate that Jesus have not died. So that element that mankind still have some kind of limitation or things that they cannot attain, but the enemy can just come and go anyhow. He has that right to question the integrity of God in our affairs. Now, he did that with Job. Now, when he came to Jesus Christ, that's a classic example of this Bible control. He asked a similar question to Jesus Christ. Even he asked Jesus Christ, if you're God, turn this stone into bread, or and then they'll fall from the mountain, or this and that. He asked all these, they tempted Jesus Christ 3 different occasions. Jesus Christ said to him, look, and totally he kind of diluted or kind of disqualified every attempt that he made to tempt him. So it shows that how God was prepared to disqualify devil's integrity. So I believe that the combination of Old and New Testament are very, very effective and very important in our spiritual journey, and then also the journey of the kingdom, to enable us achieve our full course on earth. I mean, we have different time span on earth to live, but to understand and enjoy the dividend of the kingdom, we need to embrace the custom or the culture of the Old Testament and New Testament, and also